that has to be about the most badass way I have ever seen anybody take out any kind of zombie horde. Hey guys, what's up? Justin Sisk here. I'm going to be reviewing the mid-season premiere of The Walking Dead. The Walking Dead. I love this show. Everybody loves this show. It's great. So I'm going to review the mid-season premiere. So before the winter break we left off, everybody has now gotten back together. So the whole gang's back together, and you see them going up to the hilltop to meet with Maggie to hopefully finally bring in some recruits to take down the Saviors. Now don't get me wrong, I love Negan. I love Negan as a character. Jeffrey Dean Morgan does an amazing job at playing him. He is absolutely the perfect villain. However, I do like seeing the old gang back together, being badass, all the awesome things that they do to try to take down threats. So I'm excited to see that. So the mid-season premiere, we see them talking to Gregory, the leader of the hilltop. I'm still confused on how he even got that role, but whatever. Gregory of course says no, he doesn't want any part of taking down the Saviors, acting like the coward that he always is. However, when they leave, we see that Maggie has influenced a lot of people at the hilltop, so they want to offer their services. They then of course go to the kingdom to try to ask King Ezekiel to bring in the numbers that they will need to take down the Saviors. This of course is Jesus's idea. Great idea, wonderful idea, till they get there. And when they get there, Ezekiel I think he's thinking about it and he's going back and forth because he does realize that eventually the Saviors are going to be a potential problem. Haven't been so far, but he knows that they're unpredictable. But at the same time, he's trying to keep in mind the safety of his people. So when Rick proposes this idea to him, he has to think about it. And their reaction to seeing Shiva the tiger is just hilarious. I find out that Ezekiel's going to say no, he doesn't want to give them the numbers, which is kind of disappointing because I kind of wanted to see him be like, you know what, screw it, let's take down Negan. He might, after watching The Talking Dead and seeing the premiere for next week, he might say yes, but I think he's on the fence about it. And then of course he asks Morgan what he should do. And Morgan says, well, there's another way. You know, I mean, I get it. He doesn't want to kill people unless he has to. I understand that. It's a great way to be. But, come on, Morgan. Really? Come on. Just say, screw it and attack them. Take them down. They have killed many of your people. Come on. See them come back, and we realize that Gabriel, who we saw at the beginning of the episode, has taken all of the food and most of the weapons and skipped town. Now at first I was like, come on man, really? Don't go back to how you used to be. You turned around, you got your courage, I just started to like you. Just a little bit. When Rick's going through Gabriel's book, he finds a note that says boat. This of course is alluding to the boat that Rick and Aaron went to a couple episodes before, where they found a bunch of food and other kinds of supplies. But you also have to go through a lake filled of walkers to get to the boat. Nothing's easy in this world. As they're going along the riverbed, they get to this other open area where they find this other enormous group that has just been hiding the entire time. I don't know how many more groups they have out there. There's so many groups now that we have to keep up with. Hilltop, there's Alexandria, there's the Kingdom, there is the Saviors, there is that all-woman group that we saw a couple episodes ago, back in the fall. There's now this new group, and then of course we have Carol, who's just her own group and going off and doing her badassery things. So there's so many groups now, but at the very end of the episode we see Rick smile, and I think this is the first time that we've seen Rick smile in a very long time because he realizes that there is this other group that he might be able to convince to join them in taking down Negan. So this is some exciting things that I think are going to happen in the remainder of this season. So let's all watch the TV, let's all get into it, and let's see what happens to see if Rick and his crew can get the numbers that they need to take down Negan and the Saviors, because I think if they have this epic war scene like I am envisioning in my head, then this is going to be fantastic. It's just going to be great. And of course, let's also talk about the epic horde-killing zombie scene where they are taking the dynamite from these cars that are strapped together with this cable, and then Rick and Michonne hotwire the cars, take the cable, and just plow through the entire horde of zombies, cutting them in half, cutting limbs off, heads and arms, and everything's flying all over the place. Yeah, that is probably one of the best zombie killing scenes I have ever seen in a TV show, movie, whatever. It was just freaking awesome. I have no words. It was just completely badass. That's what it was. Completely badass. So, I think exciting things are coming. The war is coming. Everyone's starting to rise up. They're starting to realize that Negan and the Saviors are becoming a serious threat and that they need to be taken care of. But let's see if they can do it. Let's see if they can get the numbers, and let's see if they can take down the Saviors. And I'm kind of excited to see the spiky head zombie thing that was in the premiere for next week, because it looked kind of cool. But this has been a review of the mid-season premiere of The Walking Dead. Can't wait to see what's coming for the rest of the season. My name is Justin Sisk. If you liked the video, please go down there, hit the big red subscribe button, hit the like button, comment on it, tell me what you think about what I said, if you agree with me, if you're excited about what's going on, you know, if how much you like the show, or if for whatever reason you don't like the show. Why you wouldn't, but everyone's entitled to be wrong. So don't forget to follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all that other stuff that they've got out there that I'm on now. Just type in my name, I'm sure I'll come up somewhere. And also don't forget to go and visit my Patreon page that I mentioned in the last video and help me out. Every little bit helps to make the content that much better on this channel, and not only this channel, but on my other channel, Stories of Lore, as well. And it helps pave the way to make other things like short films and eventually feature films, music videos, all that kind of stuff. All stuff can be possible if we work together. So please go over there, check that out, and let's see what happens. My name is Justin Sisk, and I will see you guys in the next video.